Good morning, guys, and welcome to today's predictions. So, we have some exciting games for you guys here. And talking about yesterday's matches, all I want to say is you can't blame yourselves, guys, right? We did everything right. We did everything right. But then Bayern Munich decided to take a red card and lose to a Lazio team that traditionally plays in the Europa League, that traditionally features in the Europa Conference League, right? There is nothing you can do about it. A strong team failing to do the right thing and only hoping to counter what has happened at home. It is nobody's fault. It is not your fault. It is not the pundit's fault. Look at the odd that was given to Bayern Munich to win. When I saw the odd, I was quite disappointed. Given that Bayern Munich lost their last away game in the league, I was expecting the pundits, the bookmakers, to give Bayern at least a out of two to win. If that was the case, we would have then given Bayern a two goals handicap. But bookmakers are doing everything possible to make sure people don't win. This is the situation we are faced with. We are fighting against bookmakers doing everything possible to make sure we don't win. So for today's predictions, we've taken things from a very different point of view, in view of the existing situation, because they're trying to use odds right now to confuse people, push people into a certain corner. But we need to take a slightly different approach for today's two odds. So the very first game we have here is AC Milan versus Rennes. And to understand our prediction, we need to look at how Rennes has done away from home. Now, when you look at Rennes away from home, it's interesting that they haven't lost a single game in 5 out of 5 matches. Then you look at AC Milan at home. AC Milan has equally been impressive. They've won 3 matches, lost once, and drawn once. But what's interesting is that when they have played a top opponent, an opponent that is on their level or as strong as them, they usually don't score and maintain a 3 goals advantage. For example, when they met AS Roma, a team that is probably on their level, the goal advantage was just 2 for AC Milan. When they played Napoli, they narrowly edged out Napoli by 1-0. So now, against a Rennes team that is equally doing very well at home, I do not see AC Milan scoring them by that many goals. And it's also interesting that Rennes has managed to score in every one of its last 4 away matches. So this is not a team that is just going to sit back and allow you to score them. They will definitely score back. So that's why we've decided to give Rennes a 3 goals handicap. What we are saying is, if Rennes should lose this game, they're not going to lose by 3 goals. And the data supports it, as you can see here. They've been fantastic and they haven't lost. They haven't lost in their last 5 matches. And AC Milan hasn't beaten a strong team on the level of Rennes by more than 3 goals. So the odd for this to happen is 1.40. The next fixture we have for you is from the Europa Conference League. It's a game involving Betis and Dynamo Zagreb. Now, we need to also look at Dynamo Zagreb away from home. And it's interesting that 5 out of 5 matches, Dynamo Zagreb hasn't lost a single game. Now, you look at Betis at home. Betis has, as you guys can see, Betis has played in 5 games. They've lost twice, drawn twice, and won only 1. And the game that they won at home wasn't up to 2 goals advantage. They only won by 1-0. So against this Dynamo Zagreb team that hasn't lost a single game at home, it's going to be a very competitive game. It is not a game you should expect Betis, if they are to win, they're not going to win by many goals, right? So it is wise Now we give Dynamo Zagreb a 3 goals advantage in view of their current form, as you can see here. So the odd for a 3 goals advantage to Dynamo Zagreb is priced at 1.60. The third fixture we have is from the Europa League. As you can see, it's a game involving Lens and Freiburg. Now you look at Lens at home, and it's interesting that technically Lens has only lost one game in 5 matches. The second loss, as you guys can see, wasn't a loss in 90 minutes. It was a loss that came after extra time, right? After 90 minutes of this Coupe de France Cup. So in terms of losing in 90 minutes of football, they only lost once, and that was to PSG. And you know PSG is a very strong team. Now you check Freiburg, and Freiburg has been in very, very disappointing form. Freiburg only lost once. As you can see, Freiburg has only won once away from home, as you guys can see here. They only lost once away from home. And it was even a club friendly. It wasn't even a proper competition. It was just a club friendly. So 4 losses and 1 win only. So what this means is that this Lens team is not a pushover team. It's not a team that will simply sit down and allow Freiburg to come in here and beat them. So it's for that reason that we've given Lens, as you guys can see here, we've given Lens a win or draw. This is a team in very good form. When you expand to 10 matches and they've only had a single loss in 10 games, this is a team in very good form. So we are giving Lens a win or draw, priced at 1.23. The final fixture we have for you guys is again from the Europa League, a game involving Shakhtar Donetsk and Marseille. Now, we look at Shakhtar Donetsk, 10 matches played, even though they have been on a break. Shakhtar has been on a break. They've mostly played club friendlies and everything. So 2 losses in their club friendly matches, but they've also won the rest. But the important thing is that Shakhtar Donetsk has had the advantage of resting because they've been on a winter break, while Marseille has been exerting itself vigorously. Marseille away from home has been very poor, as you guys can see, a couple of losses, draws, and a few wins. So Shakhtar Donetsk definitely has the advantage. They're not going to sit down and allow Marseille to beat them at home. No, it's not going to happen. But we are going to give Shakhtar Donetsk a 2 goals advantage. And the odd for a 2 goals advantage for Shakhtar Donetsk is priced at 1.22. These are the matches we have for you guys. We've had to take things from a very different angle this time around because we are in very, very interesting times. We have the Sportybet booking code, and you also have the 1xBet booking code. So that said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And we just want to wish you the very best. And thank you very much for your time. Remember to like this video. Remember to subscribe. And see you guys tomorrow.